going on? And welcome to another edition of SWAC Smoke. We are in the house as usual. I'm your boy C Wells coming at you. And as you can see, we got a different face in the place today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. He playing a substitute role for DJ. He coming off the bench today. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to my homeboy over here and let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's up, SWAC Smoke family? It's your boy, the world famous Jamie G. I'm checking in for DJ. I see DJ had to cover the Sun Belt, so I appreciate y'all letting me in and tap in with y'all today. As y'all can see, I'm rocking the old throwback JSU jersey, and I just want to plug this to the viewers. If you on Instagram or Facebook, the Jersey Way got all your swag throwback current jerseys. Hit them up. I mean, it's like he's real reasonable and affordable, and the quality you cannot go wrong. This is like the best quality. It's like this look like about a $400-500 jersey right here, man.
Yeah, that's what's up right there. So that hey, you just hit them with a two in one, man. You introduce yourself. You got a plug for your man, and that's all good, man. Like I said, we like to support everybody who doing who doing things like we do. Like I always like to say, you getting it out the mud. So, well, I'm really thank you for being here. And like I said, ain't much gonna change with the way we do things. We gonna just chop it up and whatever whatever direction we go in is where we go. We're gonna have a little fun and we're gonna go from there. So, um, I guess to start, I don't want to dwell on this too much, but to start, let's chat about this Gremlin Art Browse thing, man. I know that's been a hot topic for at least 2 weeks or probably more. And he got the job, and then he ended up resigning or stepping down or whatever. I just want to get your thoughts on that first, and then I'll chime in from there.
Hey, it seemed like Art Browse might have the record for the shortest coaching tenure in the sweat. He didn't stay but a couple of days and got on down. But a lot of people, I think everybody deserves a second chance. In Art Brow's case, he was cleared of the NCAA investigation, but he still knew of what was going on at Baylor and the sexual assault and misconduct. And I think he should have took it a little bit more upon himself to report it in order to clear his name. But I mean, everybody deserves a second chance, and I wish he would have stayed and took all the punches and everything and rolled with it, and we would have been able to get a decent showing of offense in the sweat. A new revolution of offense. I would love to see what he would have been able to do in the sweat.
Yeah, yeah. First and foremost, what's up, Los J? Checking in from out of Texas. I don't know, y'all know Trophy Chasers. That's Los J. That's his company. Man, they make some great apparel. I'm not wearing this necessarily because I know he gonna be on the show, but I rock these all the time, and this is not an ad, but it kind of is. But just want to shout my homeboy out right there. Let's see what this comment is. Okay, we got one person said that he probably should have never been hired, and that's a fair observation. And like I said, with this situation, I kind of can see from everybody's point of view. Like I understand that some people feel like he served his debt, if you want to say. He sat out of coaching for years, and he can get an opportunity to try again. I think that's cool, but I don't I guess on the other side, then I can see where people come from and say he should not have been hired. I personally feel like if you're gonna hire a guy like this, you need to be prepared for everything that comes with it. Um, he probably won't get another chance, at least probably at a major college level. If you saw the backlash from outside of the SWAC, I know a lot of people here are on some of the SWAC Facebook pages and stuff like that, and y'all know how it went down for like a week or so. But this spread to other national avenues. ESPN was all over it. I'm unfortunately I'm on Reddit, so the college football Reddit is there. It's all over the place, and when you get that kind of backlash you have to be prepared as an institution and a program to handle that. I don't know if Grambling was ready for that. I don't know if they really thought that through. They just didn't expect it to be as big. So I think if you make a move like this, you need to just stand your ground and roll with what you're gonna do because you can't have too many people changing your mind. So now you're looking for another offensive coordinator, like I read somewhere. This will be Gramblin's fifth offensive coordinator since the spring of 2021. So I mean, obviously a lot of that is coaching change as well, but that's a lot of turnover at one position. So now you starting over again, and a guy who didn't. Well, I guess he's not starting over because he didn't even have a chance to install anything yet. So I guess if you're gonna move on, it's the best time to move on. But it's a touch and go situation, and it's something that I think that either way it goes, somebody was gonna be opposed to it.
I kind of hated for Grambling that it kind of shone a bad light on Grambling. It kind of made the school like feel like a little embarrassed or some sort of embarrassment from it. I mean, because you divided now, you're divided Grambling like one side for and one side um that's against it, and now it's gonna probably make some coaches, be kind of scrutinized. Like, should I come here and coach? And how the fan? I'm gonna get the fan support, the alumni support. It just made this Grambling just have a bad look, and it's gonna be a lot of pressure on Hugh Jackson as a first year coach to come in and expect, the guys they're gonna expect to win right off hand because if we don't get the winning, it's gonna really make him look way worse.
Yeah, I agree. Like it, even when things started to go down with the R Browns backlash, people started going. I don't know if you know this, but people started going hard at Hugh Jackson. They started talking about his charity foundation. Accusing him of tax evasion and all this kind of stuff, and people want him to be fired. So this is if you want the hardest start to be a first year coach at this school, it really don't get any harder than this. So you got to circle the wagons. You got to make a good hire for your position for that position, and you still got to win over the school and the team. So he got his work cut out for him, and like you said, Grambling expect to win and expect to win yesterday because Grambling call themselves the icon of black college football, so they don't want to get caught lacking like this. So hopefully, the residual effect is not too bad on this, but that's just one of those things that you kind of down if you do and down if you don't because they just they're just gonna always get hit with that. Big Thrillo in the house as usual, man. What's up? Welcome to the show. Um, they said Art Browse was not his first choice. I did not know. So that's a good little tidbit there. A name I've heard somebody say, I don't know, I don't know if it's any fact to it, was Jeff Blake used to be quarterback at the Bengals. I don't I don't know,
mm.
what his coaching resume is, but that was a name I heard thrown around. Um,
I heard I don't know if you know Alcorn's wide receiver coach. I think Jason Phillips. His name was thrown in that hat too. He used to be I believe the offensive coordinator at Mississippi Gulf Coast College,
okay.
and he ran a lot. Or he ran a similar offense with this spread and RPO. And also, they said TC Taylor name was even thrown into the hat as a
Oh,
possible
that's
candidate.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's I mean, and that's kind of another side of this argument that some people had that you passing up a lot of up and coming coaches for this guy. So now maybe you circle back and get a guy and get him in there and let him establish himself and grow. I personally feel like the next job TC Taylor gonna get at some point is a head coaching job somewhere. So maybe this will tide him over till that pops up. But coaching under a guy like Hugh Jackson can only develop your career even further. All right, Jeff Blake was coaching high school ball in Austin. UT or in high school. So he was. I didn't even know he was coaching. So if he's coaching, then that's a good option. So hopefully they make the right hire, and Grambling football can bounce back because we know that the SWAC is only as good as is members, and when Grambling is not playing well, the SWAC kind of lose a little something. So hopefully they can get going and you know they keep this going because I personally feel like the SWAC is going to be crazy this year in football. Um, how you feeling? I know it's early. Nobody even really started practice yet. Although I think Alabama A&M might have started spring practice yesterday. How you feeling about the outlook of the conference coming up this year?
That's always going to be a big excitement for the conference as a whole because even Alabama State is making some real great strides toward establishing a great program. I see they hired Bowie State's defensive coordinator, and they also hired a defensive back coach. I believe his name was Williams. I think he played at Texas Southern. Am I correct? Is that
Uh,
the guy they
I,
hired?
I believe so. I believe so on that one. But they making a lot of
And
moves.
yeah. Also, they brought in Miss Latoya Williams. Shout out to her. That's my nephew's aunt that was over I love the football operations. She did an amazing job, and we appreciate her, and we wish the best of luck to her. She should bring Alabama State's program up, and that's a major move right there for Alabama State, man. They showing that program is really taking it serious, trying to like dominate, and make it a premier program.
Yeah, and Alabama State is one of those programs that I always look at that's like they're not where they really should be. They got a great stadium. They got good fan support. They in a talent rich area. They connected to the basically Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Louisiana. All those states are like right there, Tennessee. So they surrounded by talent. But they've never consistently won. So like you said, making an off the field move like that is honestly a key move that a lot of people overlook. Those people that work in those offices, man, they grind sometimes harder than coaches, and they do a really good job of running things. So, bringing in somebody that got some experience and know how to, handle a program is only going to make them better. So, that Alabama State improving, JSU, we already know what they got, but they steady bringing in guys. I mean, I love Travis Hunter, man. So that's my guy. Obviously, I was kind of sad he didn't wear the garnet and gold, but I definitely watch him play against JSU.
As I saying here, I'm a Florida State fan
Oh
as
yeah,
well. So
you know how we do. But
mm,
I mean, I'm glad that he made that move because it's just an opportunity for kids to see that this is where you can go and be successful. So other than whenever we play them, I wish them the best in 10 out of 11 games. Hopefully Southern can take care of business. But in the other 10 games, I wish them the best. Um,
I
FAMU,
know one thing, though. I
what's up?
know it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough, though. C. Wells. I think this is probably gonna be one of the most competitive uh, fall seasons in a while because everybody's reloading and they really the stacking up their numbers in order to beat a team like JSU and beat a team like Alabama A&M and FAMU. I mean, the conference. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. Period.
Yeah, I honestly I don't even see anybody that I can call a lower level team. Um, I don't see anybody that's like, for lack of a better word, trash. I mean, Pine Bluff had a rough season, but they had a lot of talent, man. That team was talented. Oh, I don't know what the problem was on the sidelines. We got another comment saying JSU gonna be successful in 9 out of 11 games. TSU, man, they feeling themselves big time. Um, TSU makes me very nervous. Like I said, they got a hell of an offense, and everybody know Andrew Body. But Ladarius Owens is a running back that people should know. and they have a lot of talent, man, on that offensive side of the ball. Defensively, they still got some work to do, but I think Coach McKinney getting them right. Like you said, FAMU is they solid. They hit the portal hard. Alabama A&M lived in the portal this year. Valley, you can't even count out Valley. Coach Dancy, he doing work there, and this probably if they can win a few games, probably be the best Valley team I've seen since God knows, like 2012 or 11 or something like that. 2013,
Mm-hmm.
one of them years they won like 5 games, which was very good for them. But you know, there's no easy games, man, and that's gonna make as a fan, that's gonna make for some good football because you don't have to worry about that one game where we playing these dudes. I ain't gonna worry about going to the game or watching the game because it's a dub. But I think I think it's gonna be a battle. I think it's gonna be a battle, and it's only gonna get better because everybody's JSU is setting the pace, and everybody else has to keep up or fall behind. So I like that everybody is at least trying to stay with them and not getting down on themselves and just feel like, oh, they making too many moves, we can't keep up. So that that was the one thing that I always wanted, was for everybody else to step up and match their energy as best as they can. So I think that's what we're doing right now, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun season.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm ready. I'm gonna get my season tickets, and I'm definitely hitting a lot of more games this season. This season coming, so look out. I will be in the building for a
Hey,
lot of these games.
I'm already putting together my travel schedule. I've already um totally said September 17th I'm gonna be in Arlington, Texas. TSU Southern. I'm gonna definitely be there. I got a lot of family living in Dallas, so I'm gonna definitely be there. Be in Jackson for sure. That's regardless of what the record is. How you know how we do. I'm gonna be there for sure for that, regardless. Of course, like you said, I renew my season tickets whenever Southern send the information. So I'm excited, man. I don't like. It's funny because I don't want to rush basketball, but I'm really ready for football. So spring practice right around the corner. Um, I'm excited for that Southern spring game, April 9th. So I'll be there, and I think DJ gonna probably make a run to Baton Rouge. So we're gonna have a little SWAC Smoke reunion in BR for that. You know when JSU spring game is?
April the 9th, too. Everyone, it looks like
Everybody, April
everybody
9th.
having that April 9th, all coins April 9th, because I was actually wanting to go check all coin out because I think they brought in some real great talent, definitely a quarterback. I'm kind of excited for that quarterback they brought in for Louisiana Tech, man. He's really nice. And those running backs that he had transferring in, them some absolute dudes, man. I'm actually excited to see what Alcorn gonna bring too.
That's crazy. Everybody game is the same. Because like you said, I wouldn't have mind, taking a little trip up to Alcorn and checking that out. But like I said, everybody gonna get a word, and right now everybody's undefeated. Everybody got the best team, so everybody can talk their noise. We'll find out when the rubber meets the road, and it's gonna be some sad people at some point, whether it's me or anybody else. We're gonna all be. It's gonna, some of us had a rough go of it last year, and we ready to try to get it back going, but. I want to just kind of jump over to something else real quick. I saw yesterday or today, must have been today, a tweet that stated that Commissioner McClellan had actually reached out to Tennessee State for if they wanted interest on joining the conference. Um, I know you got a thing with TSU. How do you feel about them possibly joining, or do you think they even would do it?
I, I I I would like to see TSU in the SWAC, but I don't know if it would benefit them when it comes to travel because I know that's probably going to put a lot of strain on them financially, coming all the way from Nashville and going to different game sites and then it's going to be a lot of strain on travel for even others in the conference. And because Tennessee State really their only major rivalry. within the SWAC is JSU. I know they had a thing going with I think FAMU and I was Grambling. Grambling was a big rival at one point, right?
Yeah, back in the day,
Yeah.
and
So yeah, but I'm for it, but I don't know if Tennessee State um is going to pull the trigger on joining the SWAC. I mean, the SWAC is hot right now. Everybody wants to be a part of the SWAC because I think the Ohio Valley Conference looks like it's about to dissolve, and it's about to dissolve really quick. So Tennessee State doesn't have long to make a decision on either it wants to join the SWAC or not. But I, I always wonder why they never have joined the SWAC, even though they've been the HBCU for all this long. They was the only HBC that was in a white conference anyway.
yeah,
I
so
think they were, yeah. I think they just really want to keep that. They trying to find a way to keep the Southern Heritage Classic going.
well, I mean, it would be in their best interest, to keep games like that, but to also have games like that throughout your season. I mean, we all are. If you've been on any website or Facebook group or whatever, you know how horrible Tennessee State attendance was last year at home, even with Eddie George as the head coach. I'm talking 2, 3, 4,000 people at Tennessee Titan Stadium. You know, that that's not, those schools, Ohio Valley, they don't move the needle for the average fan. They want to see Grambling, they want to see Southern, they want to see, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, whoever. They don't really want to see Eastern Kentucky or Eastern Illinois, Tennessee Martin, or none of them people. They don't necessarily have real rivalries with those people, and I think that as a fan, that kind of impacts you. And I think that's, if they were to make a move like this, it would be because of that, because that's where your money is. Having most SWAC schools come to town, that's where your money is. So it's gonna be a situation of finding, going where the money at, or trying to keep up with everybody else in your area. And like you said, the Ohio Valley Conference is dying. They I think they tried to reach out to Alabama A&M and Pine Bluff at one point. They got a scheduling agreement with the Big South. That conference dying too. So sooner or later you're gonna have to make a move somewhere, and you need to make a smart move, because you don't want to make 2 or 3 moves, because everywhere you go, things is falling apart. Um, this was a comment that kind of piggybacks off of what we're talking about. If Tennessee State did join, who do you think would be the other team to join to keep it at an even 14?
Because I know that would make it odd. Uh, I heard even people was saying what happened if North Carolina A&T joined the SWAC as well.
Yeah, that's a couple years ago, I would say, that's something that I would keep my eyes out on. But they seem like they got a vision that's beyond what everybody else is doing right now. I think they honestly have FBS aspirations, and they moving all over the place right now. They about to join the Colonial Conference with Hampton. So I think for them, they probably looking at us. I'm not saying this, but I'm saying what I think they think, that moving into the SWAC is like beneath them, and that could be a mistake, man. I think the SWAC is, obviously, it's a growing league. It's the most stable um, FCS conference that's out there. We haven't lost anybody, and we've only really added 3 teams since 1998. So it's been a very stable conference, and it's still growing. It's getting better. We got good leadership, and we're getting a lot of things coming down the way. So I would love a MEAC team to join. I think South Carolina State might be a good idea, but that stretches travel. Um,
I know you
and it,
might not. Well, what you think if like a team like Tuskegee would join the SWAC?
I think, well, if whoever, if one of those teams were to move up from D2, they're definitely gonna have to make sure that they financially able. I think Tuskegee might be a bit much for them right now, but I would look at somebody like Albany State. They would have to add
Mm-hmm.
a couple sports to join, but they have a very, a very good athletic program. They have a pretty decent sized stadium. I think it's 10 or 12,000 right now. They support their programs. They got success in football. They've won in basketball, but and they in Georgia, so that helps. Maybe Fort Valley State or somebody like that. I think those kind of teams are closer to moving up than anybody else. But if you get somebody to move up, you're gonna have that transition period that you got to wait. So that kind of doesn't really help you as much. Um, if I did think about moving east, I would do like this comment said, and maybe swoop up three MEAC schools and really help balance that east and west out, and give teams on the east closer opponents and the west, and then football would really not have that much travel issues. The other sports you can schedule better, and make things a little easier with scheduling. But I think I don't know how much growing this conference is gonna do, but I I I think a lot of people feel like this conference is looking to move up the FBS at some point. Now that I'm not sure about, but that's an idea that I've heard people kick around a lot. So how you feel about the SWAC moving up as a whole to FBS?
Oh, I I kind of feel like if 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 you had a talent, it doesn't matter if you're on the FBS level, FCS level, D2, D3, they're gonna find you. And I feel like HBCU's football is something that's for us. I mean, we enjoy it as a whole. A lot of other conferences and other people might not understand the legacy, the history, the pride behind it. And I just think it should just stay right now for, HBCUs and for our people to enjoy.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel a couple ways about that. Everybody is not able to make that move. Number one, you're probably going to end up leaving some people behind because I mean, some schools just can't do it. I mean, that's just the reality. Um, and if you remember when FAMU tried to move up in 2004, the NCAA flipped a lot of scripts on them and left them out to dry. Man, they had a I don't know if you noticed or you do. For anybody that don't, FAMU tried to move up in 2004, and they had got a load of transfer guys to come in, and they were going to play basically an FBS schedule that year with a few FCS teams sprinkled in, and the NCAA would not approve those transfers, so they had to play a FBS schedule with FCS guys, and it was not pretty. And then they obviously didn't make the move, so I feel like you're gonna have some kind of politics come involved to hold people back. But I like where we at now. I think we got a good thing going. We just scratching the surface of what we can do. So I don't really see any reason to, you know, put the cart before the horse and move too fast. Let's grow what we got and enjoy what we have, because what we have is different than anybody else. And people can say, they can say how they feel about what we do, but a lot of schools love to try to do what we do, and it doesn't work because it's not. You just can't replicate what we do without the culture. Um, like I think Stephen F. Austin and Sam Houston, the Battle of the Piney Woods, they tried to move that game to NRG Stadium, and they don't have that kind of fan base to play a neutral site game at a stadium that big. So, they saw it and they thought they thought anybody can do it, and you can't. You know, it's just it's just something that can't be replicated. So I enjoy what we have, and I think we should embrace what we have and grow what we have.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think this HBCUs and the some of these higher level FCS teams like Sam Houston State and the JSU should schedule a couple games annually. Just to see like a HBCU versus uh, FCS challenge. See
Yeah,
what what teams on our level.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that kind of brings me to one of the things that is a sore spot for me, and that's scheduling. I mean, Everybody's seen Southern schedule, and most people on the show know how I feel about it. Um, I no disrespect to Virginia Lynchburg or Florida Memorial. I'm sure those are great schools and great. They got guys that can play. A lot of lower level schools get transfers from big schools, but that's not the kind of games I want to see on my home schedule. Um, I want to see some FCS teams. You don't have to play everybody, but being in the South, there's so many schools around. Maybe keep a matchup with somebody. I think I heard that we might pick up McNeese again next year. So that something like that I think is a good idea. Maybe like remember how they do like the Big Ten ACC challenge in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could do something like that in football. We play like the Southland or whatever. Everybody play one team opening week or whatever, and maybe that can drum up some support. But I think you should schedule comparable to what you expecting from your program. Now, if you're not expecting to win no games and you need a rental win, then you take that. But if you think that you're a team that's gonna challenge yourself and move up in the conference, I think you need to play a tougher schedule. And I'm not saying you have to play, North Dakota State or somebody like that, because that's not what I'm saying. But just play regional FCS opponents. That's one of the things that I talk about a lot. So that's just one of the
Mm-hmm.
things I feel strongly about.
I definitely want. I don't know if this will ever happen again, but I definitely want JSU to get their lick back from North Alabama. I just thought that game. I think we were more talented than them that day, but we just had subpar coaching that going on. But I would love to see that game again. Also, Jacksonville State. See who the real JSU is.
Yeah, see, that's
The
the kind of
the block versus the game cop.
there you
That's
go.
hey, that's
You got you already got something to build on. Like that's a selling point for a game. And Jacksonville State, they have a pretty. They don't have a HBCU band, but the Marching Southerners are a very fine marching unit, and I think they would love to march against the Boom. Now I don't know how they would compete, but I know they would love to show their prowess on the field. So that I mean, I think there's a lot of avenues for one-off type of game, or even a series that can be made. If you look at it now, obviously I'm not saying you need to play all these schools all the time. I don't mind a D2 team for like homecoming or first game at home. Like we have our Pete Richardson Classic. That's why we playing like Florida Memorial and teams like that. That's cool, but I don't like more than one of those teams on my schedule. So one
right.
or none, and just keep it like that. So hopefully, the schedule will improve as teams improve. So that's one of the things that I really feel strongly about.
Do you think some of the scheduling of certain teams, say like the Southerns, the J States, the FAMU's, and like Alabama A&M, for instance, some of these schools are afraid to play us because now the talent level is you can see a difference in the talent.
Yeah, I think it's a couple factors that play in the games like that. School teams like that definitely do not want to lose to you because a lot of what and I'm gonna speak for Louisiana. I can't speak for everywhere else. The FCS schools in Louisiana, they get a lot of guys that wanted to go to Southern, that wanted to go to Grambling, and for whatever reason, Southern or Grambling didn't, recruit them or they didn't sign them or whatever. So when they play those schools, they are really up for that game. And if they from Baton Rouge or they from, the area, and a team like McNeese or Northwestern come back to play here, they're gonna have a lot of people come from their family to see them play. So they get the extra charge of energy, but the schools don't want to lose a game to Southern because that kind of evens out the recruiting. And now with the way things are getting better, people are not going to want to lose to schools like SWAC schools. Cause honestly, a lot of people look down on SWAC schools. So if they lost to a SWAC school, they feel like that's an insult. But honestly, they don't want to take L's. Like you said, they don't want to take an L, and they don't want to come to your stadium. Number one, they want you to come to them. They don't want to come to your stadium. They're not gonna travel. But I still think that you still need to play those kind of games. At least every couple years because
Mm-hmm.
I just think that that's a good way, to play those kind of teams. Since we don't go to playoffs, hey, let's match up with a couple of them. I don't think it defines who we are, and I'm not saying that we have to play them to prove anything to anybody. But as a fan myself, I just like to see different teams. So that's why I say what I say.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly because I remember Ole Miss never put Jacksonville State back on their schedule
Oh
after that
yeah,
'07 loss. That '07 loss.
and I'm surprised. And even before last year with the loss, I was surprised Florida State put Jacksonville State on the schedule again because every time they played them people, they almost beat them. Some of them teams like to take chances, but some of them don't play around. You beat LSU, you probably never gonna end up on their schedule again. So that's the way it goes. You have to kind of step up, and if you win a game like that, then that just is a feather in your cap. So and we're gonna take these last couple of minutes, and we're gonna talk about basketball if you don't mind.
Sure, let's go ahead.
All right. Well, we are actually I got games going on tonight. This is the last two games of the season taking place right now. Tournament starts next week. The women's side, everybody know that monster, but TSU hung in tight with Jackson State in the last game that they faced off against each other. I thought that was a really good game. Um, so that that's a matchup that I would love to see again in the tournament. I would love Southern to get another shot at JSU. I'm not saying that they would beat them, but I thought Southern played well until the end. Pine Bluff matches up decently with them, but I think JSU is the head and shoulders better than everybody in the SWAC, and I think they are our best bet going into the tournament. Um, how you feel about your Lady Tigers, man?
Man, them Lady Tigers are playing excellent basketball right now. I mean, I'm surprised Tamika Reed's not getting calls from other bigger schools because the way she's been coaching the girls up. But it's March. Hey, anything can happen. It's March Madness. It don't take but that one slip up and you at the house.
Oh yeah, and like you said, in a tournament setting, all it takes is one off night or somebody on the other team get hot. You get yourself, we get yourself a couple turnovers too many, and you,
Mm-hmm.
you might be sitting at home. And we've seen that before. There's been really good teams that can't make it out. Um, this comment said that last play was a foul. What you think?
Oh, I didn't even get to watch that game, see Wells. So I'm not. I just know some people said, "Hey, the clock was being held and all kind of different stuff in that game." But Texas Southern women, you got to give it up to them. Those girls are pretty good, man. And
They,
I think they played Jake State well before too.
yeah,
So
they
I
were they
mean,
were in they were in that game as well, and they score really well. They're one of the few teams I know on the women's side that can hit 80 or 90 points consistently. They score
mm-hmm.
well, and they really get out there. And like I said, I watched the highlight of that play. It's one of those bang bang type of plays. I'm always I can see both sides of the fence type of guy, but I can see where either side come from. If I'm a TSU person, I definitely think it's a foul because you're at home. You probably should get that call, but you know SWAC referees are notorious for missing calls. So that's we know how that is. I witnessed that myself Saturday. Referees were pretty brutal, but Southern men team wasn't that good that night, so we took an L. Jumping over to the men's side, craziness. That's the only thing I can say. Craziness.
Oh yeah, I think Alcorn has a chance of if they win tonight to win the regular season crown, right? If
Yeah,
they beat Mississippi Valley,
if they
but I
beat
know
Valley
Valley,
tonight, they champs.
but I know Valley not gonna make it easy for them. I even been seeing posts on Facebook where they said it's gonna be an upset. Like I think Valley gonna play probably some of their best ball tonight. I'm looking forward to actually watching the game. Shout out to Alcorn down there in Lorman, Mississippi, Mr. D's fried chicken.
There you go.
Doggone patties. Best some of the best food, man. I actually love going down there and kicking it at Alcorn, man. That's I got family went to Alcorn, but I didn't go to Alcorn. as you see. But but big eyes, big shouts out to them, man. They really doing the dang thing down there in Lorman with their basketball program. Because I kind of felt last year uh, that they possibly could have won the SWAC too in basketball. A lot, I was one of them teams that was kind of flew under the radar.
Yeah, and they were picked eighth in the SWAC, and now they got a chance to wrap up the season, the regular season championship. And they've had their ups and downs, but they played some good basketball and they won a lot of tough games. I wish we had another chance at them. We only played them once. I wish we had another chance at them. Not saying we would have won, but again, like you said, Alcorn to me is a family school. My uncle went to Alcorn. My I got a lot of family with the Alcorn, cousins and all that. My family's from Woodville, so that's right up the road from right down the road from Alcorn, and I'm a Baton Rouge kid. That's only 2 hours away, so that's a family school to me. So anytime we play Alcorn in anything, it's always gonna be a charged up emotional thing. So I'm glad to see Alcorn basketball doing well because typically they don't do well all the time. So they've been putting together some good things, and they're gonna be dangerous. I feel like any team that made the tournament can win it on the men's side because everybody got their issues. Um, I don't know. Maybe JSU might try to send Coach Brent out on a high note because I think I heard he retiring.
Yeah, I heard he retiring. And then I think I read something on HBCU Game Day where it's a possibility. I think Mo Williams is a strong candidate, but I mean, I don't see him. I didn't see what a record match it for him to be a high profile candidate. I know a lot of people might not know this name. It's a coach out of Raymond. His name Tony Tadlock, which I think would be a great fit for JSU. He's a white head coach, and his dad, I think he played football at JSU, so he has a connection with the JSU and the man. He took the Raymond Rangers to I think the 4 straight uh, state championships, and they were actually playing one tonight against I think Clarksdale. That's what they're playing. I think the game about to be on TV in a little while.
But that's a good name. I'm gonna try to keep an ear out on that. Like you said, he got JSU connections, so he understands how things work there, and I don't have a problem with any best coach get the job. I mean that's how I feel. Mo Williams, I think he still got some developing to do. He hadn't been coaching that long, really in the SWAC.
Mm-hmm.
So, he still got to get a feel for his own team right now. I think, maybe this might be a step too fast for him. JSU is different than coaching at Alabama State. Um, JSU fans, like Southern fans, man, we don't have no patience for nobody. If you're not doing it the way we want it done, then, they're going to want you out of there. Oh, we got my boy DJ in the house. What's up, DJ, man? He popping in from the Sun Belt Conference tournament, saying what's up, what's happening, man.
What's up, DJ? What's going on? What's good in the
He
Sun Belt
he
taking
sneak
over?
he sneak watching, y'all. He working, but he sneak watching. He don't got no volume on. He say he can see us, but he can't hear us. So just wanted to shout him out. He'll be back in his seat, but man, like I said, we got Jamie G kicking in, man. He a friend of the show, and I always love to reach out to somebody to help us out in a situation like this. But yeah, Mo Williams, he do have some issues with his emotions. I think it was the FAMU game. He went kind of ham. I think he got teed up in that game. Like I said, he still got
Speaking
some
of
growing to do.
emotions, speaking
Huh?
of emotions, didn't Lindsey Hunter go ham in the game when
That's what I heard.
he jumped on his son and
That's what
also one of the fans?
I didn't
That's
hear the
why
fans part.
yeah,
I
they said he
heard
done got at a fan too. That's why he got
that's
put
why.
on paid leave.
See,
That's what they said.
I heard him and his son got into it. I didn't know he got into it with a fan. So yes, his emotions got the way best of him. I don't know, coming off of something like that, I don't know if anybody gonna touch him, man. I mean, I guess if you're gonna beat up on a player, you might well beat up on your own kid. He's your son. So if you whip him, that's your own son, but you don't need to be doing whatever happened. Is something that valid. Got to straighten out. So hopefully, they get that worked out. But I heard that um that happened. So that's a really thing about you really got to keep yourself in check. Mo Williams got kicked out against TSU. So yeah, I think he got some growing to do, man. I don't think he's ready for that level of SWAC basketball yet. I think he still got a little bit of growing to do. Um, I just think this is gonna be an exciting tournament, man. I just think anybody can win. Um, Whoever gets in, it's gonna be tough. Nobody got an easy game at all.
Mhm.
Um, Alcorn, like they win the SWAC regular season. They are not guaranteed to even make it to the end. You could go out in the first round the way the men's tournament looks. I don't want to play anybody because Southern, you just don't know what you're gonna get game to game. Um, we play good defense. We don't shoot consistently. We blow leads, but we got a lot of good athletes, and we can keep ourselves in game. But I'm just eager to see, man. The refs will most definitely take you out of any game that you play, any game. And I'm not saying this because we lost, but Bethune Cookman dudes was literally tackling our our guys when they had the ball, and the ref was turning a blind eye. But Bethune Cookman, man, they got some shooters. So I'm not gonna take nothing away from them, but it was really you know how it is, man. All of us are SWAC people. We know how it is. We've all been on both sides of it. We've been benefited from it, and we've been hurt by it. I'm a Southern fan, so I know we had games where the clock mysteriously cut off. Hey, hey, I don't know how that happened, but hey, we won. So we benefited on that end, and then you get hurt on the other end. So you just gotta kind of take it how it go. But I'm excited for this tournament, man. All the games will be on ESPN Plus. Men's championship on ESPNU. I would love to see, in the future, a lot more games be on TV. But I'm a guy that I don't got cable, so it's all the same to me. I got a Fire Stick, so it's all the same to me. So it's all good. But man, like I said, man, I appreciate you chiming in with us, man, and kicking it with us today. So I want to thank you for that. And anytime we got another opportunity, man, I hope you down.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate y'all. If y'all, if you all think I did a good job, man, show some love in the comments, man. I'm definitely hey, appreciative of the opportunity because I was playing around in the comments last weekend. I didn't think, oh, DJ gonna let me pop in, as a special guest. So I appreciate you and DJ for the opportunity, man.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
looking forward to many more opportunities.
you ain't think I saw that? I saw it off rip, bro. I was gonna ask you even if you didn't say it. I was gonna make you tell me no because I like kicking it with you, bro. You got a good energy and you know your stuff. So I definitely was gonna ask you anyway. So just the fact that you said it, I was like, okay, we're gonna make this happen one way or the other. So I definitely appreciate you coming through. And we're gonna get you back even when DJ here, man. We'll do another show with all three of us. Um, we all kind of got similar mindsets on things, and we differ on some things, but we all can chop it up and have a good time. Hopefully, we can hook up somewhere during the football season. I definitely will be at the JSU Southern game, so um, you know how that go. But if you got anything you want to tell the people, man, before we get up out of here, we got
Oh
another
yeah.
D I Love
Oh,
chiming in right here.
oh yeah, definitely. I know it's check out this SWAC baseball season. I see it's kind of heating up because I know Jackson State went undefeated through the conference, but I don't think nobody going undefeated this year. I think SWAC baseball gonna be pretty nice this year.
Oh yeah. And I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's my thing on the show. Uh, FAMU and Bethune Cookman, man, that improves. Well, not improve, but that just made SWAC baseball even harder. Like you said,
Hmm.
JSU team is good. Alabama State team is good. Southern, TSU, Prairie View, Grambling, Pine Bluff is base SWAC baseball, man. Do not sleep on it. Some of the best action that you can get. Y'all make sure y'all check out SWAC baseball. I know baseball not everybody's sport, but you know when you play your rival, you might want to check in on that. Show the love of SWAC baseball for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big triple header this weekend with Alcorn and JSU. And the weather's gonna be nice. Y'all get out there, get your hot dogs, get your grills, get your coolers out there and kick back and enjoy this good weather, man. It's a good weather for just baseball in the
Yeah,
South.
the sun is back out. You know the cold weather seems to be gone, so get out there and enjoy a game, man. Like my whole thing is, man, all SWAC athletes they need love and support, man. You know we all love football. I love football as much as everybody else, but football, you know, is king in the South. But other kids are out there working hard too. So if you could show them some love, man, they would most definitely appreciate it. Um, your voice might be the extra boost that somebody need, man, to get that key single late in the ninth inning. You never know. So
Right.
just like you say, weather's nice. Get out there, check it out. Um, I think they got in April. There's the HBC All Star basketball game, like the Legacy Bowl, that's gonna be in New Orleans on Final
Oh,
Four
cool.
weekend. So if anybody interested in that, I'll post the links for information on that. Uh, Tickets are reasonably priced. They're not as reasonably priced as the Legacy Bowl, but you know that's neither here nor there. But we got four guys in the combine, I think. So you know, check that out. And man, like I said, I'm just glad to be. Here you go. We got another. Want you touch on this comment right here?
Man, where did you get Shador Ron Sanders jersey?
Yeah, where you get your jersey?
Look, it's right here. The Jersey Wave on Instagram. Craig Thomas on Facebook, Instagram, the Jersey Wave number, all that's right there. So
Yeah, she.
that's what I got. Anything custom jersey you want from this year on back, even into next year, uh, Craig got you. Any SWAT school, any jersey, just send them all the stuff you need, and he gonna make it happen. This is probably the best quality of a jersey I think I've gotten in a very long time. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it from here, man. That's a legit jersey. I'm a jersey guy, so you know I can tell when you get that that 2 for 10 jersey from off the corner, and when you get one of them real joints, that's a real deal. I saw you when you put it on. I was like, okay, that's that's nice. So y'all check out the Jersey Wave, man, for sure. Um, Also, man, like I always got to shout out my boy Los J. Y'all check out that Trophy Chasers Athletics. Man, they make a lot of good stuff, man. Y'all check him out. He good people. And I don't have anything else to add tonight, but like I said, I want to thank Jamie G for coming in and hanging out with us. And we'll be back Thursday with SWAC Smoke. So I'll let you sign us up out of here, man.
Hey, what it do? It's your boy Jamie G. We checking out with SWAC Smoke. Y'all be cool.
All right, we out of here, y'all.